Okay. Hello. Let's give everybody time to come in. Where's my bell? Here it is. Guys, welcome into the channel. Any of you just standing by listening, I'm going to go ahead and pull an oracle card. I'm Elizabeth with True to It Connections. Stick around for numerology if you'd like a reading. Those of you connecting with me are seers, mystics, psychics, intuitives. And with this, I want you to remember that you really will be shining the light through a lot of darkness. 41 is an interesting number. We're going to take it down to 5. And that is about change and sometimes confusion and conflict, but it's also about soul connections. And this is a beautiful card where you see the connection of earth, water, and fire creating the steam. And that steam helps elevate our higher consciousness. It helps connect us all. And this is a beautiful, beautiful card and message from the Lunar Nomad Oracle. Let's see what else this card indicates for you guys coming in and listening. And as you begin to join, put a heart if you've come from TikTok, a purple heart. Put a yellow heart if you're waiting for me. And put your birth date and your name in the chat. So the seer, I'm looking, stay with me. It's one of the last cards in this Lunar Nomad Oracle. What a beautiful day too. As Mercury goes into Capricorn yesterday, and we're really putting our thoughts and moving forward in a solid way. This is indicating some really creative thinking too, and I love that for you guys. Visionaries, prophets, creative thinkers, insight, muses, connections. Let's go true to it, connections. Eternity and clarity. This mirror that she holds is into the unknown. She can see tides of the past, present, and future, the intimate facets of your heart, and the answers to life's riddles. People have traveled far and wide to sit with the seer, to hear her oracle prophecies, to learn her arcane wisdom, and to experience her magical influence. Hi, welcome into the channel. I pulled this card. I have a feeling you're probably a seer as well. Should you be brave enough to seek out the seer and dedicated enough to truly listen, she will reveal the map of destiny and the instructions to read it. The seer will show you the ways to open and close the doors to the lunar side. She will help you to see beyond limited vistas of physical reality and rekindle your connection to your own infinite wisdom. When you see this card, ask yourself, how am I using my psychic impressions to navigate and create my reality? Can I use my logic and intuition simultaneously? The seer invites you to delve deeper into the dream work, healing, and meditation. Take time to honor the cycles of the seasons and phases of the moon. We will have a full moon in Cancer coming up, so that's really on time. You are a sensitive and a perceptive creature. The more you can move with these tides, the more fluid your life will become. And I can't see your comments. Let's see what we can do about that. if you guys could drop me a comment, pen to the live stream. Now, I don't want to do that. Okay. I don't know where the chats are. Haven't used this before. What's this? Retouch on. Interesting. Hi, guys. I don't see the comments, which is kind of crazy to me. If you're still here watching, can you put a comment in? Let's see what's going on. Hi, Monique. Hi. Thank you for helping me with this. How are you today? I can see the comments now. Of course you're here in a seer. Did you see that card came out? And a letter. Whoop, flying everywhere. Monique, have I done your numerology before? I'm happy to do that for you. If you want, just put your birth date in the chat and we'll look at what's going on. Starting a new year, all that good stuff. We can see where you guys are. Hi, welcome in. Please drop your name and your birth date in the chat. Hi, hello, hello. So nice to see you. You're okay? Okay. Oh my gosh, there it is. Okay. Let's break it down. Jana, right? I hope I'm saying that right. And the chat keeps disappearing. That's crazy. Aw, I'm so glad you ladies could pop in. Hold on, don't let that go away. You guys, I'm getting used to this. I'll write you both. It keeps disappearing. You guys be patient. I'm so used to TikTok. Okay, and then we've got Monique. I'll do these separately for you guys. And then if I could figure out how to hold the chat for a second here, I can look for your questions that you might have. So, and we're going to look at 2025 for sure. What I call your life path. So let me see what I can do about this chat, you guys, before we get into this. Oh my goodness, it just like disappears. What do I do about that? I appreciate you both for being here. I hope to be able to be here every day at noon and just grow and grow and grow. That's my goal. I got a late start in January already. Okay. I'll start with Monique because she got here first. And then I'll go to Jana. Okay, so give me just a second. I'm going to cover this so the whole world isn't looking at everything, all your birth dates and all that stuff while we work. Oh, wow. Monique, have we done this before? I feel like we have. But, there's always time to learn and grow more. And I love learning every day and keep adding to all of this. That's not right. Hold on a second. What am I doing wrong? 17, 18, 26, 8. Is that what I did wrong? Yeah, you're a 7. Okay. Does that make sense, Monique? Yes, we have. Okay. So, am I back on track? My goodness. And then I probably told you, so this is your main energy code. A lot of people say it's your life path. What I'm going to talk about in 2025 is where you are. This is, to me, your life path, okay? And this is your life energy number and the code within you. And what's interesting, 6 and 9s mirror each other. And you may remember Monique, that this is the energy of the Chariot and Tarot, but it's also that soldier, warrior kind of energy, past life, some childhood issues that may have gone on. This is Justice, the Advocate. Love it. The Magician, the Alchemist. This is the Muse, the Lover, the Hermit, and the Prophet. Now, this year, you are, let's talk about what life path you're in. What am I doing? Okay, so Monique, I wonder if this makes sense to you this year. This is a year, we can take it from 10 to 1, but this is important because this is really the year of the butterfly. And I just did a video for Wednesday, but I didn't get to keep it up. But I really feel like you're coming out, emerging from the cocoon, if that makes sense. And what I want to read to you about this year, there's going to be a lot of adjustment, but I think there's a lot of really cool starts for you. And also, Monique, before you got in here, the card I pulled to start off was the seer. You very much are an old soul, a psychic, an intuitive, an alchemist, somebody that people really go to for help. I feel a lot of you that come into our readings and our channels are. So Monique, this year is, of course, as I said, about adjustment. Nothing feels familiar. There will be a period of change. So be patient and kind to yourself. Self-love is going to be really important. You now have the opportunity to redirect your energy and bring life to something new. So that's really exciting. Whatever's gone on the last couple years, you're getting used to it. You're going to start to pick up some steam, so to speak. There's inspired energy around you. And although there may be fear of the unknown, don't get caught up in your mind about that. The last 9 years have really taught you, that was like a full cycle that you made it through. And it's taught you a lot of things about yourself. And I know that you're doing so much work to just, I think, become a seer yourself in many ways. It may take these important lessons to truly understand your own power. This really is a good time for people to focus on their personal power, mental health, and I would say boundaries are really important right now as you go through this. In this way, you really understand not only your personal power, but your worth, and you're really understanding your path now. Let's see, I'll put it up here. Are you still here, my love? Are you still here, Monique? I can pull some cards for you if you like. I think you're still here. And Jonna, are you still here? Hello, hello, hello. Come in, come in. Monique, are you still here? I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards for you. I'm going to use Fox Tarot. I hope you're still watching. Let me see. Are these... there's your 8 card right on the bottom. A lot of balance coming in for you, Monique. Oh, hi. Yes. Okay, good. You guys are still here. Well, Monique, I think there's just a sense of balance really coming in for you. So let's see. Thank you, ladies, for hanging out with me today. I have the Hierophant in reverse, and you guys know I don't normally read reversals, but we're going to take it because you know what's interesting? Well, I have a lot to say. look at this too, but we have the Tower in reverse. Monique and Jonna, I know you both know your astrology too. Mars is so much at play, and I know you feel like it's probably been at play for a while through that divorce. But see, things are turning around now. We're going to look more into this, but this is like where you flipped everything on its head. And I really kind of love that. And the Hierophant. Well, this obviously, hi Peggy, come on in. This is so interesting. We have the Hierophant and the Tower in reverse. You know, I just feel, Monique, like you really are turning this around, but you still feel so stuck, you know? Like, where the hell is the door? I see the keys there, but I'm upside down. And you know what's interesting again about the fives? I tell you guys, I get it. It's about change and everything, but it's about soul connections. And so it's obvious this divorce was like kaboom. These cards are interesting though. I want to read a little bit more to you. The reversals. Let's see what's going on with that. And two major arcana cards. This, Monique, Mars, willpower, action, confidence, energy, assertion. Don't let your anger get in the way, and don't be overly impatient. But this is you. I'm telling you, you flipped it on its head. I wonder what card we covered with. Woman. Hear me roar. Anyway, now this is all about confidence, and that's really the key here for you to. Oh, you found me on TikTok. That's adorable, Peggy. That is so cool. I will read for you. John is next, and then Peggy. So let's take a look at this Hierophant in reverse. It is definitely like you left that soul connection, and for whatever reason, have the confidence that this is all going to work out. And what this means, Peggy, you crack me up. I love you. You guys, girls are so cool. Listen, in reverse, I love this. Is you're being grounded, more like a Taurus energy. I'm not sure if that relates. Let me look at your birth date. Oh, no. But responsible, sensual. There's also some passion and lust going on, Monique. So I don't know if you're ready, but if you're wanting to date or get out there, this is not a bad time for you. This is about stability and determination, possessions and ownership. So there could still be, oh yeah. Well, you guys may fight about the money, the possessions, and all that stuff again. So still stick to the plan. This calls for a lot of dedication, confidence, responsibility. Don't lose the keys. I guess it's not time. Oh, man. Yeah, it does. Let me see what else I can get for you. But these are good cards, and this is just you getting, a lot of your divine feminine power back into this. And that's probably making you even more attractive, Monique. What is he gonna do? Let's see. What do I want to pull for you? I think we need, you guys know I love these Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle cards. Okay. All right. Okay, so now Peggy's here and all that, you guys. So now that I guess TikTok's going bye-bye on me, I'll be here doing this. I think I can do it almost every day around noon. All right. I always have a hard time saying this. All right, we're going to try it. Oh gosh, you guys, this is so hard for me to say. I'm going to spell it Azeztulite, as you light. I'm going with as you light. And it is a number 8, which Monique has in her energy code over here, of balance, of being grounded. There's a lot you can spin about, Monique. And can't we all? But let's see what this has to offer. And it really is a cool stone. Very pretty. All right, let's go. So this is about cosmic evolution. I love that, considering, where did that seer card go? I wanted you guys to see that. When I started the live today, also I want you guys to see, because you ladies are such seers and mystics, and 5s are soul connections. So look at these, look at us ladies. And this is about cosmic evolution. This type of multidimensional stone is imbued with immense spiritual energy and information for guidance and insight. It's here to help us here on earth ascend to a higher expression of consciousness, just like that seer. This is really a cool reading for you, Monique. And I think in terms of your divorce and going through these changes, this is letting you know in a big way, just stay grounded, stay patient with everything, that you're really being cosmically guided, divinely guided, and seriously, you've reached a higher consciousness that's really cool. And you can see this has the chakra, really the third eye chakra here. And what the self-understanding that comes with this card is that you are a being of light here to help Earth evolve, although you need to rise above mundane concerns. And I know it's not so mundane, especially with 2 major arcana cards like that, but I think you're through a lot of the rest of this, the drudgery of it. And maybe you can, as a mystic and a seer, you could lead your ex to do some cord cutting too, I don't know. A good conversation is always important. Keep your feet on the ground and deal with the everyday. Too much emphasis on sweetness and light leads to ignoring your shadow energies, which become inauthentic and lethal. Niceness, if not acknowledged and integrated. Stay real, leave your ego behind. You're here to represent spiritual light on earth and to help it evolve. Make yourself heard. A project is so successful no matter what. And I think too, this being an 8, and all the others, there was more 8s where I feel like the balance, the justice is coming in a good way for you, Monique. And also avoid becoming impractical and having too high of an opinion of yourself to the detriments of others. Retain your humility. And recognizing that every soul is precious ensures you remain in cosmic harmony. And the timing is really divine about this. And you're assisting the earth to evolve. So I think as he continues to hold on to you, just keep an open mind about, maybe we should look at his numbers after we do a few of the other readings, but it might help you understand he probably came with some childhood trauma, past life experiences too. And I guess to just have an open heart as you go through this process of disconnection. But you really are evolving into this divine, beautiful I want to say like a leader in this sense, Monique, that you're going to have to lead him a little bit through the ending, which I don't know how to tell you to do that or if that's possible, but maybe that's one of your first roles as a healer. Oh, she's like, there's his date. Okay. Okay. Yeah, look, okay. Let me put these aside real quick. All right. Thank you all for being here too. Hold on. Wow. Okay. So, what's interesting about you guys? You have the one in common, okay? And he too has some of that butterfly energy, but we're going to take it, and God's protection, but we're going to take it down to a one. The magician, the alchemist. And because he has a 5 in him, I know this is a soul connection, but you guys are really different. And the fact that he's a double 1, think about it. I know that one looks funny. As a magician, they can be very secretive and shrouded, hard to communicate with. Emperor energy, probably controlling to some degree, maybe greatly. I'm going to read the magician energy to you, Monique, so maybe that'll give you some insights about, yes, this is a soul connection, but you guys are really, really different. And I feel like you probably had more childhood trauma, if you don't mind me saying. You may have grown up in a war zone, I'm not sure, but he probably came into this world feeling kind of wounded as well, but I'm not sure that he ever was like super supportive of you, and that might have been a problem. Narcissistic, yeah. And even if not, I can see where he wasn't supportive of you. You guys are like truly very different. And that doesn't mean people that are different can't love each other and have a life together, but you can see, you can just see how different you are. Now, let me read the magician energy to you because it's very strong in him and it's in you. But let's take a look at what some of this is, and it might give you an idea. And we can talk about, I don't know, I guess if he's narcissistic, he's going to be hard to talk to and not going to listen to cord cutting advice. Okay. Magician qualities, and I'll share this with you guys. Creative, complicated, conflicted, complex thinkers, difficulty shutting off their mind, spontaneous, fear issues, trust issues, manifest chaos, grounding issues, balance issues. When overwhelmed by emotion or stress, they tend to spin. And I mean, that's a lot. And you have a tendency to spend too. So that doesn't help matters. Also, very able to adapt and blend and change according to your environment. But Monique, remember, within you, I don't want you to ever be too much of a chameleon and just be so flexible and non-judgmental and compassionate that you put up with other people. And someone like your ex here with this strong of an energy is really a chameleon, right? Obsessive, shrouded. This is where you can't always tell what secrets they're keeping. Struggles with emotional transparency, procrastination issues, manipulation issues, Communication issues, has difficulty answering direct questions, struggles with intimacy, artistic, original, avoids confrontation, avoids life issues, does not like routine, easily triggered, reactive, compulsive, destructive, avoids commitments, avoids responsibility, exciting, has varied interests, risk takers, adventure seekers, without notice will change, moody, may appear somewhat flighty, indecisive, addiction issues, focus issues, distracted easily, and struggles with completing projects. Does that ring a bell at all? And then the other thing I think you're dealing with is Emperor energy, totally him. Also, Monique, what I don't see like what happened with your mom and dad, and I'm curious what happened with his mom. That's a whole nother, like a whole reading that we go into, and we can go look at the years too that most likely were real turning points for you, for him, etc. But in taking a look at our ancestors, our parents, and things like that through numerology is really insightful too. Now, considering that he's got a strong 4 emperor qualities, leaders. Oh, wow. Holy Toledo. I think with this 5 too, he brought some stuff with him, behaviors, patterns, wounds, big time, that never belonged to him. I wonder what was going on with his mom when he was pregnant. So all of that tells you, like, oh my God, you poor soul, right? Even though he's been difficult. But, oh Lord, I can tell. Like, so, shush, Monique, my goodness. With that being said, I wonder how he's doing. I know there's some addiction kind of tendencies in there that he might not get over. Let's look at the Emperor, you guys. And people like this can lead, but if you get lost in addiction and you go down the wrong path, some of these will and won't apply. I do believe, Monique, that he's super intuitive, right? I mean, you can't have this kind of energy and not be. Typically, he would be a logical thinker, but he's got a lot of this magician energy, and you just don't know what that's ever really about. I think that they're charismatic, but this need to feel respected all the time, I'm sure resonates with you. Oh, I'm so sorry. So see, I know you're having a hard time with cutting him off, but if you go back and watch the beginning of this, I said something about boundaries and personal power. No, I wrote it for you. I wrote it for you. Absolutely. I forgot. I wrote this for you. I need you to do this. I've lost someone to addiction. Yeah. Well, think of how hard it is to integrate back into life, regular life, and lose your mom. And I just think he's really spinning, and you need to be careful, honestly. I need you to really nurture yourself, have these boundaries, and understand perhaps your role in this is done. Truthfully, it's done, and you can't fix this anymore. You just have to take care of yourself. Look what it says right here. Control freaks. Difficulty being able to forgive. I want you to seriously think about being careful. Financial security is of major importance, but he's tend to take on failures of the family, all these kind of things. And when you don't do it, he's just going to be a hot mess, withdrawn, introspective, like, I don't like stupid people kind of attitude, stubborn, yeah, I mean, and we haven't even talked about what it is to be a Hierophant. And honestly, like, this is where I know soul connections matter, and that he came into this world, with stuff that he shouldn't have had to carry, witness, burden. And then he grew up just keeping it all inside. And then it came out later as this man controlling everyone, and then the addiction issues and all of that. Now, you've been through some stuff too, my love. And I don't want you to fall into any kind of pattern like that. So you really, really want you to focus on this in 2025. Put up your boundaries with him in the most gentle, kind way, but I think you have to let that go. He's going to have to figure it out himself. And it doesn't always end well, but it's not going to be your fault. And I can't say a lot about that on here, but personally, we can always talk about it. I've been through something kind of similar that, it didn't end well, but none of it was my fault. Okay. So just please focus on this and think about, I'm not a very good artist, but beautiful butterflies and happy things. And I know even the world right now isn't so easy. And all of this is easier said than done. I get that. I hope that was helpful for you, sweetheart, and I really appreciate you being here. I'm going to read for Jonah now. Jonna. I want to call you Jonah. It's terrible. Jonna. Are you here? You guys hanging with me? We're here for the long haul. I will put these up for anybody hanging out, just watching, not wanting to comment. I'll put these on my channel in the playlist of live replays. That's what I'm trying to say. Ah, of course we have that. Wow, look at you. Interesting energy. Wait a minute. How do I want to write that? That's not how I want to write it, though. 8. Yes. Interesting. I just can't. You are so sparkly. And if I did this for you before, I didn't show you the cards, I have to get them. Hold on. Wow. Okay, you guys are still here. Don't go away. It's okay. I have to show you because, Jonna, you are so... Hold on, you guys. I know I'm making you dizzy. Okay. You also have this Justice, the Advocate. You really, really care about what's right and just for everybody around you. And I've told you guys before, 8s, if you go through some childhood trauma, kind of, in a sense, grow up in a war zone, it can split in 8. Yeah, and it tends to, you've got to always, as we talk about on the spiritual view, what do we do when we're in the gap and spinning? And you guys know I love to get y'all walking the 8. And right here is where we can center and calm ourselves. But also, look, you are the Hierophant as well. Yeah, you are fancy. You are so fancy. Let me show you how fancy you are. Because you're the magician and the alchemist. This, the soul connections, everything I say about that. And this is the high priestess. Of course, you are a master intuitive. And you have God's protection, right? Typical numerology. This is the way we do it here. So now we have a code that shows us all of this that's in you, and it is pretty fancy. And I want to show you how sparkly you are. I can find it pretty quickly. Hold on. These cards are very interesting. You can look as I look. If Monique is still here, with that 7, this is about a knife. You can use it as a weapon or as a tool. And this is about, controlling your anger, but keeping boundaries and knowing when to cut ties. Okay, just had to point that out. Back to Jonna. 9s, let's see, 8. Somebody who's really, really intellectual, very smart, not only intuitive, but creative, hardworking, really the one that has some very bright ideas, and you can manifest stuff. I think some people hate using that word because in certain situations you can try and manifest as much as you want, but it doesn't happen, right? But okay, Monique, yeah, stick around. You, Jonna, can really put the work in. And I don't know if you have a fear of flying or going on a trip, but that might resonate with you. Also, the 5 here, let's talk about this one. And I'm going to get to how sparkly you are. I promise. Don't go away. But this card, 50, that becomes a 5, is about these wounds that we come with. It's about the armor that we put up in life, being defensive, guarded, shielded, reactive, sometimes underdeveloped emotionally. And don't take offense, because you really do shine. This is just a layer. Energy of a past life of a soldier, warrior, defensive, may have trust and vulnerability issues, betrayal issues, isolated, sometimes stubborn, retreats when wounded, can be critical and unforgiving. And that's just probably because you came into this world with some wounds that didn't belong to you. And I question, like, what was going on with your mom and dad? Because I don't feel their energy here, which is weird. But let me keep going and show you what else makes sense about all of this. Okay. This beautiful, it's like almost Empress energy. This is a reminder to hold your head high, to keep your confidence up at all times, and remember your personal power and your value. This is an interesting card, and I know it's scary and creepy, but this is about our bones, our DNA, everything that's in us that connects to our ancestors, which you, Jonna, are deeply connected to your ancestors, your spirit guides, your team. magical. 1, that is the magician, the alchemist. 2, the high priestess, the sensitive, the empath. And they couldn't be more beautiful. So you are that fancy and love it. But what you have to remember too is people are so drawn to you. They're going to really want your help, your guidance. They're going to feel like they've always known you. They're going to try to probably cross some boundaries, and you're going to be so non-judgmental and such an empath and so caring that sometimes you will lose yourself in this. So I want you to remember to, again, my lady friends here watching today, keep our personal power, that divine feminine, and enjoy life and help people and be sparkly, but keep your boundaries. I want to leave this here for you all because you all are seers too. Now, well, I have to move them. Jonna, I want you to understand too how hard you work. Everything that you're very dedicated soul. This is about, and you probably use your hands for a lot of things. And not only are you a manifester here, but here as well, the worker, creative, manifestation, focused, ambitious, independent, sometimes controlling, believes value comes from what you do. So there's something to think about there. And trying to prove yourself all the time. This is a good year to just not care what other people think. Don't, like, make that your mantra. You could be addicted to pressure and have difficulty sitting down, and then that causes a lot of anxiety. So, I think it's, again, that could be even heightened with Mars and all of that energy going on. Scorpio energy, right? So I think exercise, but Jonna, I love a good hot shower, Epsom salt baths, all that kind of stuff if you start to feel a lot of anxiety. Because you're super driven, and honestly, in a past life, may have been a slave or may have been enslaved. And also, those of you with an 8, you may feel in your childhood that you did something, or any period in life that you did something that you feel guilty about or shameful about, but I think it was just a mistake. We all make mistakes. It was an accident. Things changed and you're blaming yourself, but you need to let that go. It's not your fault. And that's something for Monique too, to remember. Does she have an 8 in her? Yes. Monique, none of this is your fault, okay? I want you to remember that. Monique, none of this is your fault. Childhood fractures, okay? That's for Monique. Back to Jonah. I'm sorry. I've got your energies both here. I feel you guys. What else do I want to show you real quick? Jonna, 11, the tendency to spend, okay? So just remember the seer, the woman that you are, and definitely stick to your grounding techniques, exercise routines, anything like that, so you don't tend to spend. Let me see where you are this year as we start 2025. Awesome. Jonah, you're in a spiritual year of spiritual shedding. This year for you, let me read this to you, my love. Spiritual shedding. Shedding of a lot of things. There could be that feeling of death and rebirth. Restoration of balance. Okay, so you really got to work on that. I want to leave this here. No spinning. This is an 11, okay? Work on letting go of old behaviors, beliefs, and patterns that are self-destructive. It's an opportunity to heal issues regarding trust and caution, anger, and healing anger. It's about resentment and healing resentment. It's about healing abandonment issues from when you were young or anything that you felt you were responsible for. We got to let that go. And also, it's about re-examination of priorities in your life, re-examination of relationships, who you trust, and understanding your triggers. What causes what the losses in your life, what triggers you, and how to rebuild your confidence is going to be strong this year. Working on trust and working on communication will be key. Controlling anger and working on any control issues, either that you're putting out there or you're under. Got to work on the control issues and moving forward. I want you to know you're really moving into a time of restoration in 2026. And this is also for you about freedom, liberation, and divorce. It can be. I don't know if you went through a divorce as well. But, and then in 2026, you'll be in an 8, which is all about restoration. So you just got to take baby steps this year to really, just clear out any toxic people and behaviors, places, situations, so that you can really focus. And, let me know if you have any questions right now that I can give you advice. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. I love that. Red light. I have an esthetician license, and I was at a place where we had a red light bed, but I don't get to do that anymore. That's fantastic. Are you married, or did you go through a divorce, or what's going on there? And should I pull some cards for you? And then we can talk to Peggy and see what's up with her today. Let's see if I missed anything. Indigenous. Oh, I love that. Okay, so where do you live now? Are you in Canada? Hi, Peggy. Are you in Canada, Jonna? Where? Oh. Azulite came out. Look at these beautiful stones. 30. Look at that. That's beautiful. This is for you, my love. My intuitive Jonna. Azulite 30. Right. Well, that's a good point. Even Marsha was like, everybody's like, just keep doing the work. Just keep doing the work. It's like, what if we are doing the work? And quit saying that. So I get it. And I think a lot of times we the more we think about how we have to change things, the more we put out some negativity into the air, you know? I think it's really true. We have to act like we have to be in the moment. That's all we can do. And just act as if we have all that we want. Oh, I'm so glad. Yay. Well, I guess you've reached a stage in your life where you have more time to be in the red light and exercise, and that's beautiful. And I hope you guys are really enjoying it. And maybe this had to do with just, could be friends, it could be not even resonating with you. But, you know, as we go through these phases of years, cycles of nines, really, there's always lessons to learn. And I love this, though. This is beautiful. It's Empress energy. Let's see what it says. It's about your fancy third eye, all this intuitive ability you have here. Okay. What is this? Surprise. What is this? Okay. Oh, it's perfect for you. Oh, wow. What a wonderful date. That's insane. This is a compassionate being. And I hope I'm saying Azuite correctly. It brings about a profound spiritual revelation. Spiritual shedding, spiritual revelation. Oh, look what's here too. Ancestralite 11 came out. And Rhodozite, Oklahoma. Beautiful. Look, the 7. Look at those cards that came out for you. But this one grabbed my attention. This is about your heart chakra too. Connecting with ancestors and all that. But you are a compassionate being. You are a being of infinite love and compassion. Sorry. Find your core of ultimate peace and universal love. Release your toxic emotions. Something's going on. Replacing them with forgiveness, compassion, and serenity. What you have been through allows you to appreciate the pain of another's path. So I don't want to dig too deep into what that's about, but maybe it resonates with you. Do not absorb their pain because you are such an empath. You can do that. But remain dispassionate, detach gracefully, and move on. That's a message for Monique, too, if she's still listening. Put down your burdens, knowing you are a being of light. She does. She knows she's fancy. She knows she's fancy. Resolve conflicts and forgive those who wounded you. Give someone a second chance. Honor your promises. Find the best solution for everyone. Let your dispassionate compassion encompass all. Charity or volunteer work is called for. So if you get bored in the spa and the sauna, you can go volunteer. And I mean that wholeheartedly. I think volunteering is a good thing. I just think also sitting in the spa in a red light therapy is really good too. Healing insight. Immersing yourself in the love of the divine automatically leads to health and happiness. And your soul path, keeping an open, compassionate heart. I love that for you. That's really cool. And just about to have your anniversary, from what I can tell. That is fantastic. Happy anniversary. I'm so glad I could read for you around this time. And you are such a compassionate being. All these years, you've handled everything so gracefully. That's so cool. Okay, Miss Peggy, are you still here? Jonna, I always want to see Jonna. Jonna, there's more and more to talk about. Oh, Monique, thank you, babe. Like I said, you guys, I'll save these because we'll keep doing this, and we can go deeper and deeper and deeper. So Peggy, have I ever done your numbers? I think I did. Do you want your numbers done? Have we talked about where you are in 2025? Do you need a charm cast? I can do a charm cast too. What would you like, my love? Let's go with Miss Peggy now. What would you like? See, you're a compassionate being too. Whatever comes to my heart. Well, do you have any certain question? Anything, everything's good? There's something I'm dealing with, or you don't have to be real specific in the chat, but give me an idea. Definitely put your birth date in. Let's see where you are for 2025. You're such a happy little camper. Well, let's see where you are for 2025 in case there's anything that dealing with teen. Yeah. HA. I'm not sure what HA means, but anything teenage. I'm like, oh, I get you. Right, I know. That's so cool. My son is 10/16. But you're a Scorpio. He's a Libra. You guys, right? I think so. Anyway, do the math, Liz. If I can. Well, I can't think. Oh, really? Aren't they sweet? They're typically sweet. Although I have a girlfriend who's a Libra. I don't know her ascending sign. She gets mad when I talk about astrology. She's a spicy Libra. Are you a 88? Did we know this? Am I doing that right? Yeah. Well, look at you, all balanced, Justice Libra. You're so welcome. Thank you more, you guys, for being here. I really appreciate it. And just start to spread the word that I'll be here doing a lot of interesting readings and numerology and all that. I hope almost every day now. Peggy. My goodness, is that right? Girl, you are so balanced. That is incredible. Did I do that right? Yeah. So, Peggy, how was your childhood? Good? Where did you grow up? I'm just curious if you don't mind sharing. Because you are all justice. Yeah. Advocate. And the magician, which is the alchemist. Oh, you like the charms. Thanks. Okay, I'll do more. I'll work on some more of that for you guys. And when you were 4, how was that? Did your parents divorce? 8. Let me see something. Let me do something real quick. Well, let me do this. Wow. This is where you are in 2025. And I know some people say your life path is this. This is your energy number, remember, and this is your code. It's fantastic. No wonder you're so balanced all the time. But if you aren't balanced, I bet you can really spin. And you're completing a cycle this year, Peggy. So I imagine there could be some like, wow, and we're in a 9 year. Have you thought about that? That's interesting. Last year you went through a rebirth, and so I don't know how much has changed in the last year, but I would think some. I'm just looking for your feedback on that. And this, I don't want to scare you like, oh my God, so many endings, but it is about completion. You have changed a lot. Yeah. And you know, the big important thing about this is just to take everything you've learned from the last 9 years. And again, much like Monique, to understand, because this is she's going through adjustment. Actually, that's different. It's exactly the same but different. For you, Peggy, this could be a year where there's a big truth, or maybe it's already happened, but it's something like you can no longer deny it. Like no denial. We might need to look at his number. I wonder how my battery's doing. If I flat out leave you guys, it's because my battery died. Libra rising. Wow. Oh, wow. You guys, we are paying off each other's energy. Isn't that cool? So there's just a few of us watching, but you know, it's interesting how we can understand each other's energies through this. And so, like, I believe Monique already went through 9 and hit a 10. Not everybody does. A lot of people kind of stop right here. But also, Peggy, everything has probably come full circle too. You know? Also, funny what you just said. Karma may revisit you and your life. Careful what you ask for, Peggy. An ending of relationships, but there will also be birthing around you and new growth and opportunity. And in the reading, I know. Hey, if it doesn't make sense, you can beat me up later. Just, you know, like astrology, we just, okay, all right, Liz said this kind of stuff was rumbling around there. And don't let the teenagers get involved in that. But there's that R word, that RE word, revisiting things, changing old relationships and letting some new come in. And that's what my reading was about yesterday that I didn't get to keep. That's another story for another day. And this also is obviously honoring the lessons you learned and drawing wisdom from some wounds, I'm guessing. Well, that's good. And I feel that way. Yes, I feel that way about you too. I don't know if you mean me, but I feel that way about you. Most definitely. And also, my circles and lines, you may, yeah, aw, I love you. That's so sweet. You made my day. This year, and it may be true of all of us, this may be a year where we draw a line in this year. You may put a stop to something or someone that has haunted you forever. Oh, I know. I feel that way too. And I know the whole team feels that way about all of you. But yeah, Peggy, you're just something else. And I do appreciate so much that you did the winter solstice with me. I think you and I were the only ones who did it. But regarding your This thing with your husband, that's going to be interesting. Yeah, I know. I love that we did that together. I'm still flabbergasted that it said, move locations. I just can't believe it. Do you want me to pull a card about this thing with your husband, ex-husband? I forgot what you wrote there in the chat. Sure. Okay. Let's see. What do we want to do? Oh, let's use this Fox Tarot set again. Are you still married? Or are you guys just separated? Oh. Oh. Wow. Oh, wow, Peggy, that's so nice of you to share that with me, because I always thought that we got divorced, that we would get back together and like that fixes everything. I guess it's just not that simple, is it? So, what do you think about? Well, I'm just going to write this on here too. Something about freedom, liberation. I'm going to leave the D word out, but I'll just put it there. I don't want to put anything into the universe. But it's just never that easy, I guess. That's so cool. Let's see what's going on for you. Oh, yeah. That's a thing, Peggy. I've been divorced a long time, and it's, financial security is important. And, excuse me, though, I'm 58. So I guess we need to have a phone call with each other and commiserate about that. But this is understanding, as you are so good at. Well, I should probably read this 8 to you, or did I read it already? But you are on the good side of grounded and balanced. And so you can see here, just keep that good perspective, Peggy, of your cup half full. I'm able to go with the flow and balance and understand that there's patience, but I love this too, as just like divine guidance and positivity. And let me see what the book offers, because it's interesting too. 1 second, love. One second. Don't go away. Don't go away, anybody. Okay. And like, I don't have to tell you this 3 times, but it is about moderation, harmony, balance, self-control, successful combinations. It's interesting. Patience, purpose, discovery, and meaning. Adapting to your circumstances. Well, you're really good at that anyway. The ages, this applies to 56 to 59. Discovering moderation. That's interesting that it gives us kind of an age group. But let's see what else we get. That's just like more of the same, right, Peggy? New moon. Princess. I love how they add a second, princess of swords in reverse. So I think that there's some things that are being hidden from you, Peggy, right now. And some things that you're not necessarily seeing the truth about. Let me keep going. I'm not sure. Seven of Pentacles. Peggy, there's something I think kind of unexpected coming up that you just aren't aware of. And it's going to be after the full moon. So probably within 3 weeks or so. And let me get you some more information about this because I feel like something unexpected is coming in. And this has a vibe of the astrology as well. It's going on. Yeah, hold on one second. It's very interesting, right? And this princess too. So I got to see what it's all about. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, that explains it. Something new and unexpected, new and good and beginning. Yay. So we're done with all this. There's something really new coming in. Just be patient, but it's going to come in. First, you're going to get the message around the new moon and then just have some patience about it. But it's the start. I know. I was like freaked out for a minute. I'm like, what? I knew it was unexpected. And I'm like, but she's not saying the truth. But no, no, no. It's like, it's going to come in. It's going to be good. And it's just all about enthusiasm. Right? I know. I was like, oh, but this deck is really different. This deck will give me ages, sometimes personality types. It has a different flair. And it has the astrology all built into it. So I really like this deck, you guys. It's super cool. Highly recommend it, but you've got to, it takes some getting used to. So let's look at the Seven of Pentacles. But Uranus, you know, that's at play. And it's going to be unexpected, but, you know, just be grounded. And it might be money. Wait, let's see. Oh my gosh. I would love that card. Oh, interesting. And how fitting you all for like the phases and stages we're in. Peggy, this deck is about long-term investment, vision, anxiety about a loan, perseverance, and profit. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, then, and then invest accordingly, okay? Investment. It's an investment. Invest accordingly. That's what that's about. That's so flipping cool. All right, let's give you a Crystal Wisdom Oracle card too. Let's see what comes out for you. Oh, Peggy, that's so cool. I love that. And listen, sometime remind me to send you the information I have about justice and the advocate. There's all this great homework that Lindsay wrote. Just a lot of good information. And since you're just all about justice and advocacy, I just have to send you one page. No, I'm kidding. It's a few more pages than that. All right, let's get some crystal wisdom. Look, you guys, it came out again. You're a compassionate being too. Can you believe that? I can't make that up. Do I bore you and read it again? I'm going to read it again. Wow, I know, you guys, my little loves. My little loves, this is the compassionate being. Put down your burdens, knowing you're a being of light. Resolve conflicts and forgive those who wounded you. Give someone a second chance. Honor your promises. Find the best solution for everyone. Let your dispassionate compassion encompass all. Charity or volunteer work is indicated. Did I pull that? I mean, did I pull this for you already, Peggy? I'm so confused that I keep this card keeps coming out. I guess all of us in this reading are compassionate beings. Immersing yourself in the love of the divine automatically leads to health and happiness. Oh my gosh. Keep an open, compassionate heart. Yeah, right? It wasn't for you, Peggy, but it flew right out again. I know. Love it. I guess, just it's never that easy. I can't just anything for this as far as you guys just keep the love there. I think temperance was important in this. Where did I do with the cards? I put them away, but oh, no, I didn't. 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 So not only is it about the money and the investments, but what's of value to you really, Peggy? Your stability. And personally, I hate that I'm divorced. My parents got divorced late in life. They were in their 60s. It's just never easy. So, I just think as just step by step, just keep going with the flow and keep this balance, this amazing balance that you have, Peggy, and enjoy the little things that you can now with some of this abundance that you have, and see where that leads, knowing that this year could bring a lot more changes, not only for us individually, but in the world. So none of us should do anything drastic. I think is really my best advice for, the few of us that are here in this reading, and that there's so much. Oh, really? Oh, man, I want to go. Maybe there's some way I could connect. My son was in Arizona for about a year, and I went 2023, but I didn't get to go to Sedona. So I'm so excited for you. I want to go there. Isn't there there's an astronomy conference, right? Is that what you're going to? I think so. I think there's a conference. Okay, well, if there's a conference, I may crash, just saying. But you guys, I am going to go now because I have a feeling I'm probably running on a low battery. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're going to their conference. That's cool. It's only a 4-hour drive for you. That's fantastic. That's like for me going to Miami, which is not as cool. How fun. I'm so happy for you. Well, just go get away, have fun, leave the hubby behind, and focus on this card when you're dealing with love and marriage. And oh, also traveling with a bunch of women. Temperance. Excuse me. Okay. Well, I love you guys. I'm going to do my best. He needs a babysitter. Oh my goodness. That's funny, Peggy. That's a good idea. Sounds like he needs a babysitter. Oh my gosh. We'll have to do your husband's birth date sometime, Peggy. You're welcome. Come back. We'll do your hubby's birth dates and we can talk about Jonna. I'm saying it right. Thank you, babe. Oh, no. Okay, Peggy. I took care of my mom. She passed from Alzheimer's. I understand. Okay, no, you have to stay. You're in this now. And it's not easy, and I'm here for you, girl. It's a long journey. But oh wow. Gosh, I hope it doesn't, that always freaks me out. Like, oh, it's going to happen to me. And I tell the kids, because I'm here by the water, if it does, just shoot me and roll me into the canal. Nobody will know. That's not funny, is it? Leo Moon, I have a weird sense of humor. But I'm sorry, Peggy. So, yeah, you go have fun. You have to, I know. Or honestly, you could take me to the Everglades, feed me to alligators. They'd never find out what happened. And I won't know. I won't care. I won't know. And if you guys see me on YouTube eventually and I can't add and stuff, you'll know it's happening. But I think this is good for my brain. Oh my gosh. Okay, so tomorrow's Friday. I'm going to try to be back here again at noon. And then on the Spiritual View at 6 p.m. Love you guys. I so appreciate your support. You have no idea. I'll probably read for free for you forever because you've been so helpful. I would have been sitting here by myself, talking to myself. So I love spending this afternoon with you. And if I don't see you at noon, which I really hope I can do this tomorrow, I will see you at 6 p.m. Love you guys. Peace. Aww. No, you're the best. Thank you, Peggy. Okay, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.